Yo, what's up, guys? It's me, Falco Z, and while I'm just chilling here, doing stuff, I'm here to talk again. Oh, whoops. I've got to say, on the Falco 2Z channel, literally about to say Z2. I just need to think of what would usually be and then take it off. Because I feel like I might usually expect to say Falco Z2, because I'm Falco Z, so Falco Z2. But you know, how about Falco 2Z? So, as I said, unique things, putting in the middle, but whatever. Anyway, pineapple. Anyway, I'm going to be talking about Chivalry of a Failed Knight. An anime like DxD is like, it's known, people at least know about, like, the king of ecchi anime, which I'm glad for, because I think it's my favorite anime, and I think it's the best anime, but, Then you have Chivalry of a Failed Knight, which is a little ecchi, way less than DxD, but like it's still just way less known. Came out in 2015. It's been 10 years, but I watched the top 10 list, and I'm not sure. I think it was like top 10 or top 20 ecchi anime, something like that. From that, I started to watch Failed Knight, and then also the Testament of Sister New Devil. I mean, I think Failed Knight's way better, but, And I also actually watched Sekirei from it, but I didn't realize it was Sekirei until, I guess, going back to that video. But whatever. Forget that. Forget, I guess, what I've been saying for the past 13 seconds. It's about Chivalry of a Failed Knight, because it's my third favorite anime. I think it's third best anime. Pretty good. I think people sleep on it. I was originally gonna talk about how good of a protagonist is Iki, keep it going. But instead, I just want to talk about the series since, everyone knows Chainsaw Man. And a pretty good amount of people know DxD because, king of ecchi anime. But I want to be talking about Chivalry of a Failed Knight. I think, obviously, it's underrated. Why? Because it looks cool. Cooler than I thought. I thought the animation might have been one of, like, its low points. But it's actually not that bad overall. Maybe like designs of like, the outside, like the sky, or like maybe their faces sometimes are a bit hard to see. But like when it comes to the fighting aesthetics of like seeing all this like slashes, and like with Shizuku, her like water stuff, and then with Ayase, like all the swords, like it looks cool. So I'm just like, whoa, cool. Speaking of the characters, as I was clearly just speaking about, they are pretty good. Iki is just, I don't know, like, I feel like he's acting like how most teenage boys in this situation would act, just hanging out with like a 10 out of 10 like Stella, like just crazy situations. Like in episode 2 when she like wants to wash his back, like bro just freaks out. And then like I think it's episode 10 when like Stella's a bit like sick, so Iki has to undress her. Like bro is just freaking out. Like what would I even do in that situation? Like I'd be so scared. Like there's no way I'm doing that. Like deep down I want to, but obviously, dignity and all that. So he's pretty funny. I think he's a pretty good protagonist, which I wasn't really going to be talking about, but I guess not. But yeah, he's fine. I used to think that like near the end of the series he got a bit like boring, but like I cannot really blame him because of the stuff he went through. Like, and also it's just like the last 2 episodes. Like for like the first 10 episodes, like he's pretty good and he's pretty alright. I mean, I don't really like the thing of him being like the worst one. Like, I know that he's the best. What was I saying? I know that he's like obviously like trained and he's like got stronger, but like I still think that like even from the start, like he wasn't even that bad. But like I know that obviously like he trained even like before we saw him there. But like it's just like even from that, like it doesn't even seem like how could he even be the worst one? Just because of rank stuff. I know that rank doesn't exactly mean how strong you are. Because like he beat Stella, but like still, like it shouldn't he does struggle a bit, but like it's just like he's just way too smart, and he has a good amount of strength. So I feel like it's just he shouldn't be able to be the like he's probably not the worst one. Anyway, that was a lot of time on Iki. It could have been a whole video. How about we talk about Stella next? I mean, that makes sense. So, as I said, Stella, baddie, you know, a lot of fan service, pretty cool. You know, honestly, not actually as much as you would think. Like, her just existing isn't really fan service, but a couple of good scenes. Like, I remember I posted one of them on there of the... I keep forgetting her name, but I remember her nickname is the Demon Princess. Just fondling Stella. Like, that was funny. That was just bro, what? I don't know. Personally, one of the things I like, fondlings. That's why I like power, I guess. But anyway, besides from her body, Stella is, well, she's like really loud. And like, she does say some funny things, but it's more like her interactions with other characters. Like episode 1, her just casually telling Iki to kill himself, you know, to pay for his crimes. Or like, you know, her just kind of being was it tsundere? No, yandere? Of her just kind of being a bit crazy. Like, with that episode 1, Iki and Stella's duel, like, when Iki's like, I'm not really sure about the rules, then she just freaking gets close to him and is like, those are the rules. Like, that was pretty funny. But like, yeah, like she's like, those are the rules, and just keeps getting close to him. But like, it's not that bad. But at the same time, I feel like throughout the series, she complains a little bit too much. Or like, sometimes she's like trying to be a bit too annoying. She blames Iki a bit too much, and he just kind of takes it because, you know, he's a good boy. And that's not really something bad about Iki. I feel like that's more on Stella because, you know, Iki's just a good dude. Like, I would probably do the same as Iki. But Stella should not be going on him that much. So, yeah. Firepower, that's pretty cool. But something I don't really like about her is that they didn't really show too many of her fights. Like, they showed one with Shizuku. They showed one with Iki. I guess Alice is just about not important enough. But at the same time, Shizuku's fight might have just been mainly to show what Toka could do. But at the same time, Iki just beat her in like one hit. So it's just like, did it really matter? That could have been Stella. Like, just showing her at the end of fights, just overwhelming her opponents with the firepower. Like, like, that's it. So, yeah, Stella, you're alright. Shizuku. Controversial character, I guess, because of what she did in episode... It's 3, right? No, not 3. It's 2. In episode 2, it makes sense, is the thing. Like, there's a reason for why she full-on kisses her brother on the lips. But, like, at the same time, obviously, it's a bit crazy. Then her making jokes about them just sleeping in the same bed, hugging each other would not be weird for them. Like, I mean, she said she was joking, but then she said she could tell that's what Iki wanted. But like, bruh, Shizuku needs to calm down. Besides that, I think her power of water is pretty cool. I think I've seen the power of water bending, or people having like ability to do stuff with water like a bit too much. Okay, no, not too much. As in, I've seen it enough times for it to not be unique anymore. Because it used to be a pretty like, whoa, interesting thing to me. But like now it's just like, yeah, like you got Tanjiro from Demon Slayer with the water bending. If you've seen Sekirei, Tsukumi, the water Sekirei, I like her stuff. But now you have Shizuku, water sword. Apparently she goes crazy in the manga. Or there's one part that's insane in manga. But anyway, sticking on the anime, just using the water stuff, ice, like, now I'm just kind of blanking on what exactly she could do with it, but I know some crazy stuff. So that's pretty cool. Shizuku. Felt like I didn't spend that long on her. Then you have Alice. I don't know. Alice is just weird. I'm sorry. It's just, I don't really like him. Or her. He's a beautiful maiden. But his power is pretty cool. Holding someone by their shadow with his sword. That's it. That's pretty cool. if you've seen Yu Yu Hakusho, Kito stepping on someone's shadow, stopping them, pretty cool. I mean, yeah, like Kito and Alice basically just have the same power. Like when I rewatched Failed Night, I just saw that. I mean, I haven't even finished Yu Yu Hakusho, but I've gone past that bit. So, yeah. There's a couple others that I guess I could talk about. Like ISA's story was pretty cool. She's fine, just a chill person. Like when the main four first see her around, and she just freaking falls into the water, goofy air. But then just freaking tricks my boy Iki into using Ito Shura to save her. Like, she crazy, but I guess didn't need to save her dad, the last samurai. Speaking of them lot, Kuroda, the sword eater, he is a cool dude, but also kind of a dick. But at the same time, I guess he is a villain, but it's pretty interesting. And apparently he's not, as bad in the manga. Like, he's not doing some, like, evil things. So he's cool. Oh yeah, and Toka, hyped up so much. No one's doing anything. I mean, what I even hyped up so much, like really strong. She went to the 7-star festival last time and just like, bro. And then here, one hit. They wanted to wrap it up immediately. Like, give us like one more episode. Like, give us a decent bit. Like, come on, man. But I guess whatever. Very unfortunate. Could have seen more of her. Basically, that just means Shizuku's fight just to show what Toka could do, because the Iki Toka fight was just nothing really. So yeah, that's my whole thoughts on Failed Night, or just, I guess, going through the characters, bits of why I like, bits of why I don't like. But I guess more just other stuff, I guess I could say. It's like, I think it's one of the best scenes of any anime ever, with episode 2, Stella and Shizuku's fight. But honestly, their rivalry throughout the whole thing is just so freaking good. But it's just the first scene with them is just like so funny. Like, oh my goodness. But then obviously every scene after that with them is just extremely funny. Like, they're bickering. Like, Stella's like fiery personality there, like that's the only time I accept it. And then Shizuku just not having it, like, that's just so good, bro. As I said, I like the fighting. I think people have, obviously they're all trying to be knights, they got their swords, but they have unique powers, and how their spiritual energy like transfers to their devices, is in a different way, like Iki with Intetsu using Ito Shura, and then Stella with her fire, and then Shizuku with her water, Alice holding shadows and stuff. No fights with Alice, very sad. I mean, just at least for us to see what he can do. Like, I don't care about him too much, but like, to see what he can do. Even a little Stella thing, how they just show the end of the fight. Like, just do that a little. As you probably might have expected, like, the comedy, like, it's so freaking funny, bro. Like, all the top 10 of my anime, like, they have, actually, okay, I guess they don't all. Actually, wait, no, they might. I was thinking about Attack on Titan and Death Note, but even they have funny moments. But it's just like, at least something to like really like excite, something that they have in the anime to like really excite me. But like in Failed Night, it's so damn funny. Some crazy Iki Stella situations, Shizuku and Stella fights, and then just some random odd bits. And as I keep going back to, I'm sorry, like the fights just look so cool, and their powers. Do you really need too much else? I think the story with Iki, as I said, he didn't feel that weak, but like from his early beginnings with his grandfather, like that was cool. you know, he's rising up, basically going against like a division from like something that his dad owns. You know, because they all going against him. Going through that, I wanted a bit more on Stella's like background. I don't even think we get more of that in the manga, like as in with her parents. Like at the end of the anime, we see her dad like speaking to Iki's dad, but like, yeah, there's a little bit of that, but like with her mom as well. Like what else is going on that part? What else is like there? Um, so I think at the end of the day, the good things about Chivalry of a Failed Knight are the characters, the fighting, their powers, and how the characters interact with each other. And things that could be improved are mainly the story and I guess developing backstories. So basically just overall story. But then everything else is pretty good. And it may seem like, because I've watched a couple anime, so it may seem like I don't like love it that much, but I promise you I do. And it's just, I enjoy it and respect it a lot. So yeah. Anyway, I'ma go. How has this become my longest video recorded? Like, I was thinking of recording a couple more videos, but it's been 16 minutes. So I'ma leave. See you guys later.